What is it?
Or I'll call the guards. That's chilly. Help! Someone help me! Is it dead? It was my shadow, wasn't it? Ifra's name. Why would it attack me? I always treated it well. Plenty of sunshine, candlelight and such. All done now, I suppose. It doesn't look like it's coming back. Ingrate. Now I feel... damn. Not really. I think my shadow may have peeled off some of my animus. My soul, I mean. Or maybe just some of my magical aptitude. Either way, it's something I'll miss. But don't blame yourself. You did keep it from killing me, after all. Well, that was charitable of her. Didn't think she much liked me. Bit of a sore head, that one. Anyway, I'm grateful. I hid my notes on the artifact in the planter over there. Just in case, you know. They're yours if you want them.
You who would unravel the secret of these murderous shadows, approach me. Do not be alarmed. Only you can see me. I am Lilatha, Psijic Master of the Gazing Glass. I have watched you from afar, and I believe we share the same goal. You seek to destroy these vengeful shadows, yes? I believe we can help each other. All the Shadow's victims were seeking a Daedric artifact, an extraplanar antiquity that remains hidden from my sight. To solve these murders, we must first locate the artifact. I require 2 objects to find it. An Anuic lantern and a liminal lens. I believe the lantern lies hidden in a sunken ship near Kanathi's roost. The lens rests in a coffer, deep within the howling sepulchres. Recover the items, then seek out my boat near Vulcal Guard. Trust no one. Our enemies are very well hidden. I am sorry we can't have this conversation in person. I fear that I'm too tempting a target for this shadowy killer. I must remain hidden. You have questions? I urge you to keep them brief. There's no telling when our enemy will strike again. Yes. I take it that you're unfamiliar with our order. That's hardly a surprise. We once served as advisors and teachers to the greatest kings and emperors, but no longer. We retreated to our hidden Isle of Artaeum, content to study in seclusion. Indeed. It's an island beyond Tamriel's borders, where we can research the truths of the Orbis without interruption. That is the purpose of the Psijic Order, after all, to study magic for the betterment of all. There are worrying signs, portents that cannot be ignored. I fear that a Daedric threat looms over Tamriel. Nothing so crude and obvious as the plane melt. No, it's something hidden. And I suspect that this Daedric artifact may hold some answers. They are critical components of an ancient Psijic mechanism known as the Obscuros. The Obscuros is a scrying device. It magnifies a mage's perception and projects their visions for all to see. A powerful tool indeed. When my order retreated to Artaeum, we scattered the device's components to prevent it from being misused. I'm afraid I can't say. The forces arrayed against us are too mysterious. They may have found a way to listen in. I can't risk divulging the Obscuros' location. Collect the items, and I promise, my boat will be waiting for you in Vulcal Guard. Indeed. A self-steering vessel of my own design. Climb aboard, and the enchantment I've placed on it will bring you to me directly. It's quite safe, I assure you. Very little. Daedric artifacts are notoriously difficult to track. Some misguided soul may discover one and wield it for a time, but it always vanishes eventually. Sometimes for a week, sometimes for centuries. Oh yes. Items of power always introduce some measure of peril to the world. This is doubly true with Daedric artifacts. They exist to carry out the dark intentions of their creators, you see. They turn even the best intentions to malice eventually. That is the question, isn't it? I trained for centuries on the Isle of Artaeum, briefly under Sothasil himself. Yet still this artifact eludes me. Vexing is the word. Either this artifact is shrouded by a powerful ward, or it isn't here. It might be tucked away in a pocket plane, or caught in some orbit Gaia, bouncing between worlds. Impossible to say. That's why I need the lantern and the lens. Yes, I take it that you're unfamiliar with our order. That's hardly a surprise.
You are too gullible, friend.
Search my packs. You will find nothing. This one is innocent. Tell her, Kobani. Ah, such a shameful misunderstanding. Please, tell this guard you saw the thief that ran through here. You wouldn't want to see an innocent Khajiit spend the night in the stocks. This honorable and, if I may say so, very sleek guard has mistaken me for a common sugar thief. Please, help me clear up this misunderstanding. Hush, Kobani. If you don't have anything constructive to say, don't say anything.
Surely this scoundrel is lying. I chased him here on my own 2 legs. He was only out of sight for a flick of the tail. Of course not. There was no other thief. Not that it matters. Our sticky-fingered friend here has already stashed the moon sugar he stole. I don't suppose you saw where. Then my paws are tied. No evidence means no theft, even if Chandra is 3 months' worth of moon sugar poorer. In any case, thank you. Jode's chariot appreciates your honesty. We keep the peace here in Redfur, making it safe for traders on their way to and from Eldenroot. We spend most of our time catching thieves. Return what they stole and put them in the stocks to think about what they've done. We don't hold them for long, but they usually get the message, or become better thieves. Honestly, thieves are good for business. They keep the market fluid and stop too much wealth from accumulating in one place. Until recently, Shanra would rather deal with thieves than with Thalmor bureaucrats. A reputation for being easy on thieves tends to attract thieves. The newer thieves don't give back to the people. They leave town and take their stolen goods with them. That's no good for anyone. Chandra may have to step in. He leads the Redfur trading coster. Every merchant who passes through Redfur pays him a small stipend to conduct business here. They expect a certain amount of protection from thieves in return. Jode's chariot maintains order in his name. We keep the peace here in Redfur.
That other one. Well, that was surprising. At least she is gone now, right, Gobani? That was a clever approach, telling that guard the truth. She wasn't expecting that, was she? Still, I guess that's one way of looking at it. Let's say I circumvented the market. I found the price the merchant was charging unacceptable, so I set my own. What does the merchant have to complain about? His belly is full. If they are not fed, Gobani and her sisters become most unruly. Were it not for the hollow moon, they would have eaten me whole when I arrived in Redfur. Some call them thieves, but that's such an impolite term. The hollow moon's work is charitable by nature. They procure things for people who can't afford them, yes? Here, take this token to the ruined temple and see for yourself. Gobani and I know when we have outstayed our welcome, yes? A night in the stocks might not be as bad as losing a paw, but all the same.
Pardon my saying so, but you were obviously doing well for yourself. What brought you here? I'm surprised he had one left to hand out. Apologies, I should explain. Our agents give these to the infirm, so their need is not questioned when they petition us for aid. Cindertail was very liberal in his tokens. We thought his Sench tigers would be useful to have around, guard duty and such. Between his tiger's sugar habit and his handing out hollow moon tokens like candy, he practically emptied out our stores. Can you lift coin from a rich man's pocket without getting your hand stuck in it? Then talk to Valir upstairs. He might have something for you.
Jaykumar is now Anu's my big sister, and I'm her more popular adopted baby brother.
Vadi sent you? She thinks perhaps you can do work for us. Who are you to know so little, yet offer so much? Maybe you are less interested when you hear what we do? You are familiar with the custom of property ownership, yes? I have a thing. It is mine. You take it, it is still mine, yes? Why? Because I did not give it to you. And if you are starving, and use what you took to feed your belly, is it still mine? No. Whatever you stole, food, money to buy food, silks to trade for food, It is inconsequential next to saving you from death. You think we should work for our bread, yes? But many can't work. They're injured, sick, or just too hungry. The Hollow Moon gives them what they need. Perhaps we're wrong to steal, but if the world were a more virtuous place, we wouldn't need to. Many of them appreciate what we do. Sometimes a merchant falls on hard times. His stock is poor, or the price of sugar is too high. Then he needs us too, yes? But what about you? Are you still interested in helping the Hollow Moon? Of course, of course. Now, I was hoping you could assist me with a rather delicate matter that has presented itself. Shanra, leader of the merchants here, has threatened to call in the Thalmor. This is a problem. Jod's chariot understands that we provide a valuable service. The Thalmor is unlikely to agree. We need to change Shanra's mind. This place was not always a trading post. It was built upon a tomb whose gauntlet of traps have kept it sealed for generations. If the stories are true, it holds untold riches. We can use them to persuade Shanra to leave us be. There lies the trouble, yes? The only known entrance to the tomb is within Jod's Hall. The place is teeming with guards. We will need their cooperation to gain entry to the tomb. Go to Jod's Hall and speak to Tulaira. If I am right, she is no happier about Shanra's decision than we are. Once you are inside, you must retrieve what treasure you can and return to me here. Thank you, my friend. While many have attempted the tomb's gauntlet of traps, none have returned to tell the tale. There are many dangers ahead of you. Be careful. If Shanra calls in the Thalmor, that's the end of Jod's chariot. They won't be necessary any longer. Besides, Jod's chariot has always respected what we do, even if they do arrest us from time to time.
Dominion soldiers are looking for something at the Fallen Esti winter site, but frost trolls hinder their progress. Frost trolls?
She's waiting.
What are frost trolls doing in Grahtwood? Or soldiers, for that matter? Wait, what about your friend in the Fallen Esti faithful?
Yes, headed for that annual pilgrimage. I hope she's all right.
I'm sorry, we can't chat for long. I'm waiting for someone. Truly, you were so honest about Cindertail. I would not have expected you to associate with the Hollow Moon. Such is life, I suppose. Valir's messenger said he had a plan. You play some part in it, I expect? Is he mad? Why would he ask for such a thing? He knows the danger. Yes, I see. The treasure of Anabi could certainly be persuasive. It may be our only chance of keeping the Thalmor out of our affairs. I'll give you the key, but please, be careful. I don't want your death on my hands.
They've gone to see Shanra. If you hurry, you might catch them.
Dominion soldiers are looking for something at the fallen Esti winter site, but frost trolls hinder their progress. Frost trolls?
Tulara and Valir working together. Punabi, did you ever think we would see this day?
Wait, what about your friend in the fallen estate?
No, Shanra.
Come now, smile. Only good can come of such an auspicious alliance.
You are wise to say so, Shanra.
Such flattery. Tell me, why have you called me here?
We have a gift for you, Chandra. To show our appreciation and solidify our friendship. And I believe it has just arrived. My friend, if you would do the honors.
Chandra is honored. Tell me, what have you brought? Spices? Gemstones, perhaps? Wherever did you get this marvelous gem? Legend has it that Joan was struck by a bolt of light. For but a second, she turned from her twin, and overtaken by sadness, shed a single tear. Jode brushed it from her cheek, and it fell to the desert below. Joan's tear, such a beautiful gem. Of course not, a fanciful tale. This jewel was cut from a Varla stone by Azesas, greatest jeweler of the First Era. But it's a good story, isn't it? And will fetch a fine price. You do your friends credit. Such a prize deserves a fine reward. I thought you might have something in mind, seeing as you went through all the trouble of procuring this precious jewel. Name your price. Ah, clever and loyal. A rare combination. Very well. I prefer not to have the Thalmor looking over my shoulder anyhow. Instead, we will invest in Jode's chariot. Our coffers still need guarding, yes? As the hollow moon waxes, it is only fair that we balance the scales. We will invest significant capital in bolstering our esteemed protectors. Otherwise, we might find ourselves waiting in one of Valir's famous lines, no?
My good friend, you have done so much for us and asked so little in return. If all my agents were so skilled and selfless, we might bring our services to the world. With Shanra appeased, we will continue to do what we do best. While I am sure Jode's chariot will try to stop us, they will never blot us out entirely, no? Thank you, my friend. We would not be here without your help.
My husband, Ninglenel, went for a walk yesterday morning. Said he wanted to get away from the squabbling at Eldenroot. He hasn't come back. I went looking for him this morning with our dog, and now my dog has wandered off. Yes, thank you for pointing that out. The last place I saw our dog eat was near the fork in the road that leads to Cormount, just west of here. Take this whistle. Use it when you get to the fork in the road. I'll wait here in case he comes home.
First of the earth bones, who sang the songs the seeds and birds now carry in their hearts.
Ironic. Huh. We come back to my homeland and I'm the one that falls into a ravine. I used to scale these rocks like they were stairs. I guess none of us are immune to the ravages of time. Just give me a second and I'll head back home. I knew Eat wouldn't leave me here to rot. Ms. Zahabi will be worried sick. Thank you.
Brackenleaf Spryers built this shrine, as tribute to the animals of Grahtwood. We're hunters who seek balance in all things. Most of us are wood elves native to Grahtwood, but any who wish to learn the ways of the forest can undertake our trials and join our ranks, assuming they survive. Within Brackenleaf's forest, just outside of Haven, bordered by the long coast, our leader's name is Glaris. If you choose to seek her out, do yourself a favor. Be respectful, and she'll do the same for you.
approach, mortal. Mortal, you stand above the sealed ruins of Leyloria. Within is a gateway to Cold Harbor, where my priestess, Kulanway, suffers at the hands of Molag Bal. Her pain is so great, it has torn a hole between worlds. This injustice must end. I am the Daedric, Prince of Dawn and Dusk, who weeps for Kulanway's suffering. I am the Mother of the Rose, who sealed Leyloria away from your world. I am Azura, mortal, and I would have you end Kulanway's endless torment. Long ago, the wizard Vastari came to Leyloria. She sought to end Kulanway's suffering, but Vastari failed and was lost. Go to Vistari's tower, retrace her path into Leyloria, and mortal, set Kulanway's bones to rest. Vastari kept careful records of her struggle to pierce Leyloria's seal. They remain scattered in her tower. Find them, use them to breach the seal and recover Kulanway. A powerful wizard who built the tower behind you. She studied Leyloria for years, always patient, until finally she found a way through. But despite her preparations, Molag Bal's servants overwhelmed her companions. She was forever lost. Leyloria is the mouth of a bottle that floats through Cold Harbor. My seal is the cork. Should I release the seal, Molag Bal's servants will pour into Leyloria until they have nowhere else to go but here. Vistari found a way to slip past the sea. Kulanway was the most beloved of my servants. Her voice bent the world to her will, yet she used a powerful wizard who built the tower behind you.